thinking about how interesting it would be to be invisible. Have you guys ever thought about that? I know that in my homeroom I had this conversation with some of my kids that maybe it would be so much fun, but maybe it would be boring. There's not a lot of things that you could do unless you have a very big imagination. So because I was thinking about this today, I thought, why not have the kids write about it? So today's prompt is going to be, what would you do if you were invisible for a day? Where would you go? Who would you see? Okay, so let's just think about that question for a little bit. And just like we did on Monday, we're going to be using a brainstorming strategy. So we're moving on to the brainstorming section. So we're going to put up our brainstorm sign. You can pause it right there. And we're going to use the same map that we did on Monday. That map was called let's see who remembers, a bubble map. So we're going to do our bubble in the middle. You're going to put your 5 little lines outside. And in the middle, you're going to put, if I was invisible, I would ... Again, in the middle, you're going to put, if I was invisible, I would ... That's going to be your middle bubble. And now I want you to brainstorm 5 things that you all would do if you were invisible. For me, it was a little hard to think of 5. It was super easy to think of 3. And then after that, I kind of had to think, well, what else could I do for those last 2? But I know that I needed 5. Oh, you need to have 5 on your paper. So take this time to think a little bit about what 5 things would you all do if you all were invisible. Maybe some of them will be where you'll go. Maybe some would be who you will see. Think of who would you want to go and maybe put a prank on. I'm sure a lot of people are going to put that in their map. So take this time to go ahead and brainstorm a little bit about what would you do. Then you're going to fill in your bubbles. Now that I've given you all a little bit of time and hopefully you paused your video, I'm going to share with you all my 5 things. So like I said, it was a little hard to think of 5, but it was super easy to think of the first 3. So the first thing I put down was that I would do lots of kind things for others. I feel like a lot of times it's super easy to do good things for other people when you know that they know it's you. But it's a little bit harder to be nice when you're not going to get anything in return. And I think that I would take the day, since I'm invisible, I'm just going to go do nice things for everybody. So that was the first thing that I thought of. Another thing I thought of was maybe go to a concert and go all the way to the first row because nobody would see me. So nobody would push me or shove me. Another thing I thought of is maybe dress up as someone else. So I could like put all the clothes on of some other person, like a hoodie and like glasses. And I wonder if anybody would notice that it isn't me or that it's not them. I also put that I would prank my brothers. If you guys know me, you already know that I have 3 brothers and we always pull a whole bunch of pranks on each other. So I would take the time to drive them crazy and prank them back. And then the last thing that I put is that I would travel. I would take the day to just go places and maybe not have to pay to go to Hawaii or go to New York or go to England or wherever else I might go. So those are the 5 things that I was able to come up with and put on my bubble map. But now I need to think on my page over here where I put my prompt and I put the date. I know I need to write a complete paper from top all the way to bottom. So if I know I need to write a full page, I know that I need to pick one of the ideas that I can write the most about. So I'm thinking, and you all should be thinking too. Maybe you can think with your eyes open, maybe with your eyes closed. I'm gonna go ahead and pick pranking my brothers, just because that one is the easiest for me. So now that I know I'm gonna write about pranking my brothers, just like we did on Monday, I'm gonna go ahead and write at the very top of my paper that's what I'm gonna do, prank my brothers. Think of it like a little title, prank my brothers. And now that I have my little title at the top, I can start to think of, well, what am I gonna do to them, right? What are the things that I'm gonna do when I'm pranking those boys? And I need to make sure that when I'm writing, I'm going to be skipping every other line and that I'm writing with complete sentences, a subject and a predicate, that I have my capital letters at the beginning of my sentences, and that I have my punctuation at the end. Make sure that you have all of those things because I will be checking for them, okay? So now you're not just gonna go in and start writing. You need to think, well, since I wanna talk about pranking my brothers, I need to again brainstorm, what am I gonna do? So I'm gonna think. I know that if I am gonna prank my brothers, I'm gonna make it useful that I'm invisible. So maybe I'll like drop things around them, or I'll throw things at them, or something silly to where they won't know that it's me. Maybe I can pin them on each other because 2 of my brothers live together. So I'll write play. I'll write maybe drop things. Maybe I'll also add, let's see, like jump scares. My brothers hate scary movies. So maybe jump scares might scare them, where maybe they can hear me, but they just can't see me. Jump scares. Again, you're the one writing the paper, so that's up to you. So I have these 3 things that I planned in my bubble map to do to them. So those are the 3 things that I'm going to talk about on my paper over here. If I didn't write them over here, they should not be in my paper. Remember that just like you did on Monday, you're going to be turning in both of these sheets. You're going to snap a picture of your bubble map, and you're going to snap a picture of your finished paper and turn both of them in to the assignments section. That being said, now that we went through it together, you all now have time to move on to your silent writing. Just like on Monday, make sure that you're alone, make sure that you're able to get that writing done, that you are doing it quietly. Go ahead and pause your video now and take your writing time. Good luck, guys. Any questions, make sure you reach out.